Hey Gems, it is Gemini and I'm back with another video. Today I am going to be doing a Q&A. I asked you guys to send in questions on my Instagram, on Facebook, I had a few on TikTok, so today I will be answering those questions. Before we begin, I would like to say thank you to my sister for helping me with this video. She will be reading my questions off camera. Thank you, Queen. You're welcome. Okay, let's go. I am from America. I was born and raised in the US. I won't say like exactly what state I am from, but I am closer to California than some states. A lot of things inspire me. I get really inspired by movies that I watch, like romance stories and like TV shows. Something that's inspired me recently is WandaVision. Like the whole relationship that Wanda has with Vision and like how much she misses him and stuff. Like that's really inspiring to me. And let's see, I get inspired by quotes that I hear, other music that I listen to. Like I feel like definitely the music that I'm listening to at the moment has an influence in how I produce music. I'm really passionate about like equality and like women's rights, racial justice. I write some of my music about it. Like my song Don't Blame the Girls was about like how I feel about like how women are constantly like objectified and demeaned in society and stuff. And so yeah, that's something I'm really passionate about. Doing a 360, like I'm a foodie. I'm really passionate about food also. I love fashion, and I am an astrology nerd as well. I love astrology. So the hardest song that I think that I've made is All I See Is Red, production wise, because that chorus is so full and I had to layer like the bass sound and make sure it was like loud enough because I wanted it to hit really hard, and so I struggled to bring it to the level that I wanted to hear it at. Like in my head I could hear how I wanted it to sound, and it was like a struggle trying to get what I heard in my head to match like the actual song. But I'm happy with how it turned out in the end. And then the song that I'm most proud of making is Night Angel, just because I love the 80s and that song was like inspired by the 80s, and I just love the vibe of this song. Like I really am proud of the way that I brought what I love about the 80s into the song. Like when I sing about like neon lights and stuff, like that's one of my favorite things about the whole like 80s aesthetic, and I'm glad that I was able to like put it in the song in a way that like matched the whole theme. This is hard because I have multiple artists for different reasons. I would like to collaborate with Marina first and foremost because she narrates my life anyways in her songs, and so I feel like we would be able to come up with something really, really cool together. And I have always looked up to her since I found her music, so I think collabing with her would be awesome. And I would also like to collaborate with The Weeknd. I admire him so much. His music is awesome. I'd like to collaborate with BTS. They have always inspired me a lot and motivated me, and I really admire them as artists, as producers, as songwriters, and just as people. I'd love to work with Lady Gaga also. She is like another one of my inspirations, and I think that'd be awesome. Like there's not a lot of people that I wouldn't collaborate with, honestly. Like there's so many people that are inspiring, and I feel like as artists we could all just like make different but really cool pieces of work together. Depends on the music that I'm listening to at the moment, but I would say just like 80s music in general. Like again, like Marina inspires me. Lana Del Rey has inspired me musically just because I love, and Taylor Swift. Because I like what good storytellers they are in their music. Like they have really creative ways to tell stories within their music. Also, I like how experimental and out of the box thinking Tyler the Creator is. Like he thinks outside of the box and produces music that is just so cool, you know? And recently, like, I don't listen to like a lot of her music, but Kali Uchis, like I really like what she's doing. I gotta listen to more of her stuff, but yeah, that's what I would say. My favorite artist or band, I guess, from the 80s is a-ha. I love a-ha, and I know like you immediately think Take On Me when you hear a-ha, but I also really like that whole album. I think it's called Hunting High and Low is their album that's off of it. Like The Sun Always Shines on TV and Train of Thought, like those are also really good songs off the album. I love a-ha. I've done a lot of covers. I would say, well, probably Judas has like a very special place just because that was really well received, and I'm really happy it was well received. Like Judas has been one of my like all-time favorite songs of Lady Gaga's, and I'm glad I could do it justice through my rendition of it. I also really like the Bad Romance one that I did, the national anthem Lana Del Rey one that I did. I really, really like too. I am turning 21 in a few months. I'll have a little timeline for you. So like, I started writing music when I was 12 years old, and then I started producing music when I was 14. I started with GarageBand, and then I released my first song when I was 17 years old. So if you want to say maybe like when I was 17 years old, my career started. So like about 4 years ago now? Yeah, like 4 years ago. That's such a hard, that is a hard question. Because I know like some of you have probably heard this music, and I don't want to be one of those like weird gatekeepy people that are like, you've probably never heard this. But I love Monsoon by Tokyo Hotel. They're like a German band that was like popular in like the 2000s. They're still making music now, and it's still good. I mean, I'm sure like a lot of you have heard this also, but I love Lana Del Rey's unreleased song, Yes to Heaven. Like that song just, I don't know why she didn't release it. Like, I love it so much. Like, I know some of you have heard this music, and they're not like an obscure band or anything, but Love Talk by Wavy is the vibe right now. It's the vibe, you know what I mean? Go listen to it if you haven't. Dream place to live is definitely Los Angeles. Yes, without a doubt. Every time I'm there, this is a true story, every time I'm there, I just like, I feel at home. And then like, not even lying, every time I leave, I cry. And it's not just like a few tears, it's like full on like breakdown ball session. Like even on a plane in public, I will cry when I leave Los Angeles. So that is my #1 place I want to live.
That is true.
Honestly, I'm not like a pie person. I guess I would say apple pie. I do like a good apple pie once in a while, like maybe once a year. Thank you, first of all. That's actually a really good idea. I really like that song. I've sung in Japanese like before, not like publicly, but I'd love to give it a shot. I think that's a really good idea. Well, like I've always been able to like figure things out on the piano just by like hearing it. But I took a few like piano classes in high school. Well, I guess like a piano class in high school, which helped me like get more familiar with like the keys and everything. But I don't know, like when I'm writing a song, I just like hear a chord in my head, and then I play what I think sounds good next to it. So yeah, I don't know. I just produce what sounds good in my head. Thank you guys for sending in those questions. I really hope you've enjoyed this video. It was really, really fun. Hopefully you got to get to know me a little better. I will be coming out with more covers and more content. Also, I would like to announce that I have a Patreon. I just started it up. I'm like really unfamiliar with the platform. So I would like you guys to like leave suggestions in the comments on like what kind of content you would like to see from me on Patreon. Like I know it's popular for people to like do some behind the scenes looks and stuff on Patreon. If you think it would be cool for me to post my GMMs on Patreon, I think that'd be fun to do. I'm also looking at like merch if you guys are interested, like just like a t-shirt or like some stickers. So let me know what you think about that. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for all the support that you've been giving me on my 2 new singles, Night Angel and Fuckin Heaven. I really appreciate it, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!